Hey, what is going on, Aries? Butch here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. Today I'm going to be using the Everyday Witch. I've been recently playing around with this deck, and I absolutely love the artwork. I'm a big art fan. And I like different decks, as you know. I don't know how many I have, but I have a lot. And I like to switch it up. So we're going to use this one. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Aries? Let me see for Aries. All right, Aries. So the first thing that I'm getting, Aries, I'm getting a fairly new energy with this. So this could be someone you just met or someone you're going to meet. For some, it is going to be someone that you just met, but I do feel like it is still fairly fresh. I feel like with this person, first and foremost, there was a lot of physical energy. I feel like there's this draw physically to each other. And that was something that's going to be noticeable right off the start. But I feel like with this person, and I feel like for you, I feel like feelings are growing really quickly. I don't feel like this person expected it to be what it is. And maybe you didn't even expect it to be what it is, but I do feel this connection between the two of you. And it only is growing stronger. But the thing is, you have the Five of Pentacles, so it's like this hot and cold energy. Like this person, sometimes it feels like it's just the physical that this person wants. And there's other times when it feels like there's so much more. I feel like it's really hard for you to get a read on this person. Sometimes it's easier than others, but I feel like sometimes you do get a read. But the way they act in other times, it's like, am I getting the right read? Am I just picking up the wrong signals? I feel deep feelings very quickly. Like I said, I don't feel like either one of you saw this for what it was in the beginning. You never expected what it ended up becoming and what it's going to become. But like I said, there's still that we have this Nine of Swords, this late nights and anxiety, wondering if this person only sees you as a physical. Are they just trying to get it? Are they just after you for that? Is that all there is for them? Because it's certainly not that for you. So I feel like that can cause, feeling a certain way for someone and just having this connection. And just, like I said, I feel like you have this great open communication. So it is more than just a physical thing, because usually when it's a physical thing, there isn't much for conversation at all. It's usually, like, especially with something casual, there's usually not a lot of conversation, especially deep conversation. But with this person, I feel like there is this deep conversations. I feel like you communicate even when you're not talking to each other. And that's the heaviness of this connection. Like I said, that hot and cold can be a bit distracting. I get this really defensive energy with this person with that nine of wands. Very defensive. And I feel like there's good reason for that. I feel like this person, to be honest with you, I get this feeling that this person has been through some shit. And like I said, I feel like it's, I see this chaotic energy in this person's recent past, and it's like they've been through some shit and they're not in a hurry to get back into that shit again. You know what I mean? And I feel like so they kind of, they have their heart on lockdown. But that's not stopping you from breaking through. And I want you to know that this person does care about you. I mean, this person thinks about you and only you. I feel like they feel a lot of happiness with you. I feel like your cups are being filled up. The only issue here is they're scared to tell you how they truly feel. And it's not because of commitment issues. I feel like it's more like a trust issue. Like they have a hard time, and not so much trusting you, but trusting themselves. I feel like whatever that chaotic energy is, I feel like they made a poor decision. Maybe letting someone in that they shouldn't have let in, letting someone in too quickly, giving someone too much too quickly. So I feel like there's this like hesitance with this person. Like I said, they got their heart on lockdown, but I mean, they got it hidden in these prison walls, but you're breaking them out. Even if you don't realize it, you're breaking them out. I mean, I feel like the biggest issue here is they want to tell you how they feel, but it scares the shit of them. That level of vulnerability is something that they're terrified of. I mean, this is, like I said, this internal struggle within this person. And I mean, but they're at a balance and they know what they want. They haven't known what they wanted this accurately, I don't think, ever. Without, it's an absolute energy that this person is feeling with you. And it's so much more than physical. And they want to tell you. And that's where that internal struggle comes in. I mean, this person feels a bond with you instantly. Like, I feel like this physical connection was just a bridge to get you together. And I feel like everything they know about you and everything they learn about you, the more and more they realize this is what they've been waiting for. So it makes it even more complicated for them. This person isn't absent of feeling. I just feel like they've gotten really good at hiding it. But everything in this person keeps leading to the same situation. I mean, their intuition is telling them, and I feel like their intuition is going to be your best friend here. Because with the High Priestess, their intuition is telling them not to make this mistake. Not to let you walk away. When you find someone that you feel this type of connection with, on this level, it's not something you should ever walk away from. You have to see it through. I mean, I feel like, and that's where your intuition is going to tell you. I feel like it's almost like a better judgment. Sometimes we think too much with our head when it comes to love. And sometimes we think only with our head when it comes to love. But I don't believe love is logical. In the most amazing way, it's not logical. I don't think it makes sense. Love is like life. We're never really sure. We're never really sure what is good, what is bad. We're never really sure 100% of what it's all about. But we keep searching. We keep investigating. And that's what the intuition is telling this person. Keep investigating. Keep moving forward. Nurture this connection. We have the Star card. We also have the Lovers as well. So I feel like this is a connection that's, it's so much deeper than just a act of physical. I feel like in the physical realm with this person, it's very evident that there's something more. We all know. And we're gonna be adults here. I've had my fair share of relationships. And there's some when you're intimate, you just know that's what it is. But then there's certain people that you truly connect with on a level that's so much more. And this isn't just the act of physical connection. You're feeling a connection that's much more, it's just deeper. And I feel like it's because our bodies really can't lie to the people that we're connected with. It's like that feeling when you touch someone's hand and you just feel something that maybe you've had someone hold, maybe you've had 10 people hold your hand in your lifetime, or 20 or 30 or however many. When that one person touches you, you feel it. It's like electric. And it's the same as intimacy on other levels. When you're kissing someone and you just feel that energy. When you see someone and you feel that energy. It's not like any other energy. It's nothing like it at all. And sometimes it is a stimulation of more of a physical or sexual nature, but it's very easy to differ. Maybe you ever kissed someone and you knew right away it wasn't the person. You knew just by the kiss. Then there's that one person that you knew just by one simple kiss that it was something more, that it was, it's almost like you can feel forever. And I know that sounds super corny, and I knew the first time I met my partner, the first time I met her, it was just the energy around her. And the first time I kissed her, I knew that this wasn't like anything else. Like, it was almost like I even teased her one time. I said it was almost like she had some kind of drug on her lips, because I just became addicted instantly. And that's the difference. Now back to the reading and drop my corniness. Simply put, this person wants a future with you. And I feel like it's just a matter of them breaking free of those chains, like I said, with the Devil card. Letting go of the things that no longer do them any good. They feel this bond with you. They don't want to lose you. Even though it's happening quickly, they haven't been as certain about anything as they are about this. They're just afraid to tell you. And there's multiple reasons why a person can be afraid. Like I said, I feel like with this person, they're afraid of making mistakes. They're afraid of being vulnerable too quickly. But they're also afraid that, for the same reason you may have some fear in this, because they're not sure how you feel, like you're not sure exactly how they feel. But I see nothing but forward movement here. I feel like you're not wasting your time with this person. I feel like it is going somewhere. In a very big way. I do see this person choosing a heart decision over a head decision, and that is choosing you. I see a lot of forward movement with this connection. I feel like this connection, it was made to move forward. It was made to be seen through. And the more connection this person feels towards you, and the more they realize how connected you really are. I mean, this person's already fantasizing about a future with you, and I mean, we have the Seven of Pentacles as well. So, like, with the Seven of Pentacles, like being on the same page, but it's also, we see this woman, and she's, harvesting or planting, whatever she's doing to this tree. It's about not working too hard and seeing what's right in front of you. It's about giving to the things you need to give to. Time and attention. Manage your time and attention properly. Give to the things that need you to give to it, and don't give to the things you don't need to give to it. It's very simplistic, but I feel like at the end of the day, this person, like I said, they're going to make the head over heart decision, because you're not like anyone that they've ever met before. So holding you accountable for something that someone they knew before, possibly that have done something terrible to this person, you're not like them. That's a thing with people, like, and I've been guilty of it as well. So it's not something that, there's no shame in being guilty of this, but it's sometimes we get hurt by someone, and then the next time we feel a connection to someone, sometimes that residual pain comes back, and it's almost hard to shake that. And then sometimes if we put our head too much into it, we think about what that person did to us, and it's almost like that backs us off a little bit. It's like, but we can't hold future people accountable for what past people did to us. That's giving that past person and what they did to you way too much power in your life. Now with this person, like I said, I mean, I feel like their feelings for you is too overwhelming to walk away from. It's too real. And I feel like the only hesitation is because it happened so quickly. But I feel like they're going to make the right choice. I feel like you're the only choice. Now with this person, we have some Leo, we have some Sagittarius, we have some Aries as well. We do have some Cancer, some Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn as well. Like I said, it happens to everybody. I've been absolutely guilty of it. I dated this one girl, and she used me so bad that I swore off relationships after that. I said I was done with it. I was done. And I didn't date for a year and a half. I know some people may think that's a long time. Some people may think that's not very long, but I had opportunities and I just wasn't feeling it, I dated a girl after the girl that hurt me, probably a few months after. And I couldn't feel the connection. So after that, I went the year and a half without dating anybody. And then I met Rose. And everything I thought, everything changed. Even in the beginning of our relationship, even though I was connected to her, I tried really hard to use my head and not my heart. And I feel like it caused a lot of conflict between us in the early days of our relationship, because I was holding her accountable for something she didn't even do that somebody else did. And even though the girl that, used me, it just made me feel stupid. It wasn't even like it was heartbreaking. It really wasn't. And I don't feel like it wasn't like I was in love with her or anything like that. It just, she flew underneath my trust radar, and I just, I collected red flags with her. And it wasn't about the emotional connection I had with her was the fact that I let her in so deep and she screwed me over. So it really leaves this really sour taste in your mouth with relationships. I did some things with her that I said I would never do. Like, I let her move in with me really early on. Huge mistake. I supported her, which is something I usually don't try to do. Like, usually when I get with someone, I want someone to have their own thing going for them. And not even, I mean, if they're only making enough to pay the rent, that's still their own thing. I don't mind paying for the dinners and spoiling you a little bit, but I mean, I like to have someone that's motivated. And that's one of the many things I fell for when I fell for Rose. I mean, the first was, if you ever seen her, you know what the first one was. There's just something about her. But her drive, her work ethic. I mean, she was going to, when I first met her, she was doing schooling, working. I mean, she was just driven. And she's still one of the most driven people I ever met. She makes me a better person. And I feel like at the end of the day, a real connection makes you a better person. It kind of holds you accountable in your own self. But there was no denying that connection. And even though I still swore off, I mean, I tried my hardest for the first little while with her to just keep her at arm's length. I wanted to be with her all the time, but I didn't want her to know I wanted to be with her all the time. And sometimes I even played a little bit hard to get because the more time I spent around her, the more control I lost. And I tried to control the relationship. I'm not ashamed of that. I try to control not her, but what I gave to the relationship. And that was one of my many mistakes in the beginning of our relationship, but I've grown. I've become a better person for it. So don't look too much into how a relationship starts. It's where it's going and how it gets there. That's what's important. Anyway, my long ass story. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.